Hey, this is Joe. I wanted to tell you about a new feature of the Automarketer. It's an add-on, actually. There is an extra expense to it, but it is very cool, and it's going to allow you to do absentee owner voice blasts. And we've been bringing in a lot of leads using this system, and I've been using something similar to this for a couple of years because we built an absentee owner scraper, and then we had it go out to another website and pull off the phone numbers and then make a voice blast call to those phone numbers. And now we've added that software to the push button Automarketer, and here's how it's going to work. What we've done is added this new thing here, so you can use the default system, or you can go and use the absentee owner system. And when you go move it over to that, it changes the way the filters work. So now we can go in here and we can filter out the county that we want to use. And let's say I'm using Marion County. And you'll have access to all the counties that we have scraped. Right now we just have a couple of counties in here that we've scraped. There's actually more than what I'm showing here. There's 7 of them right now. But we're adding more every day, and as new people are signing up, we're going to be adding more. We have to add them manually for each one that we do. It actually costs me about $200 per county to add these, so that's why I'm charging extra to do this. What I'm charging is $40 a month to add this scraper. So it's not a ton of money, and you'll be able to have access to all of the records, all the absentee owner records in your area, and you'll be able to search them by price and zip code, and then you'll be able to put them in a queue and send out a voice blast lead or a voice blast campaign to those folks, and then they'll come in as voice blast leads. Right now we don't have a way to do voice or text blasts because we can't seem to scrape we can't seem to scrape very many text phone numbers. So most of the phone numbers we're getting are landlines, but we're working on that too. So there may be a time where we are able to do text blasts as well. But right now we're getting a good response from this, but maybe 2 to 4% response on average on the campaign that we're doing. And basically we're sending out a message, and you can send any message you like, but the message that we've been sending out is, I'm an investor, I buy properties. If you'd like to sell the one that you've got, we'd be interested in buying. And we're getting a very nice response from that. We can also give them a link to a website if we choose to do that. We haven't been doing that in our voice blast. I think it gives us a better response to do it this way, and then we can call them back. And when we call them back, we're able to put together either usually some type of structured deal, some type of zero down structure deal, like a subject to or multi-mortgage or land contract or lease option. Or we're also looking for properties that we can flip, the undervalued properties that we can flip. Some of them I've been buying for cash because they make sense, and we're able to get them for 20, 30, 40, 50% under market value. And I know it's going to be hard to believe, but I'm getting some properties at 10 to 20% of their real value using this method. And we've been doing, like I said, we've been doing this for a few years, so I've been buying a pretty large portfolio with this technique. Now, don't think that you can go in here and suddenly get a bunch of properties at 20% of market value, but there's a lot of deals that you can put together if you understand how to put those deals together. And there's not the training program isn't designed here to give you the information to use the zero down structures, but you can get a lot of that information from the pushbuttonmethod.com. This is the pushbuttonautomarketer.com, but the pushbuttonmethod.com has that information in there. And for those of you who are already using the Automarketer like this, and you're planning on keeping it, it might make sense for you to buy 6 months in advance, because if you buy 6 months in advance, you get a free month, so you only pay for 5, and you get the push button Automarketer as part of the package, and it's usually $9.97 by itself. So you might want to do that if you're interested in using this technique. So let me show you just real quickly what it can do. If I'm in Marion County, let's say I want to do some cheap properties, 0 to 50,000, and I've already we can pick them, because when we pull them from the assessor, they don't have a phone number, and when we get them pulled up, then we pull their phone numbers, which takes a few minutes to do. But I'm going to do the ones that have already scraped them, and I'm going to do a search here. And we haven't scraped a ton of them here, we've just done a few. So you can see real quickly that there's about 1,200 of them that we've scraped now with phone numbers. This little plus shows that it's already in the voice blast queue, and then if it has a red minus, it shows that it's not. So I can pull up ones that we haven't sent before simply by telling it already sent or never sent, and it'll determine it by that. Now let me show you real quickly if we pick the ones that do not have a scrape yet. And it can take up to a minute to pull all these. It looks like it took 10 seconds. But you can see there's a lot of them. And but we're going to put them in groups of 500. Let's do it in just a group of 100 here so you can get a feel for how this phone thing works. Now what I can do, obviously none of these are in the queue, so they've all got red minuses instead of a green plus. But if I select them all, and it puts a check mark in all this, and then what I can do is click on Find Phone. And what it'll do is start searching for phone numbers for each one of these, and then it'll tell us if there's a phone number there. What we've been finding is we're finding anywhere from 25 to 35% of these leads. Finding phone numbers for these leads. So out of the 100, we can scroll down, we can see a lot of them don't have phone numbers, and some of them you don't want to call because they may be owned by one particular spot. So it's taken about 30 seconds to get through about 30. Probably it's taken about a second to get through each record. So if you have 500 on there, it's going to take a few minutes to get through this whole process. And the time will be based on the server load, so that can change. But if you scroll down to see what they're doing, you can see that about one in every 3, maybe actually a little bit more than that, are getting phone numbers. This may be closer to 40% than 30%. But on average, we're getting between 25 and 40%. And it's going to be different in different cities as well. But it seems to be working in every city we've tried it in so far. Once it finishes here, then you can queue up the leads that you want. And when they're queued up, you can go to your Voice Blast campaign, and you'd be able to see them in the queue for the Voice Blast campaign. And the Voice Blast campaign works just like the other Voice Blast campaign, but as long as you're an absentee owner, it's going to only have the absentee owner campaign on there. As soon as you switch it over to the default, it'll take you to the others. Same with the leads. It'll give you the Voice Blast leads when you're in the absentee owner. These are just from the absentee owner leads, and if I go to the default, it'll give me leads from the default Voice Blasts, the campaigns that we do, that comes from Craigslist and eBay and Kijiji and those types of things. So that's it, really. Mainly the main thing is it's going to be pulling the information from the absentee owner list instead of from websites like Craigslist and Kijiji and eBay Classifieds. And the cost to put it in, once again, is $40 a month. All you have to do is let us know. There's a little form that I'll put on the page there when you sign up. You can just put your name in. And if you can give us the site, the government site, it usually will end with .gov, that has the assessor information for the county that you want us to scrape. We'll set that up and get it going for you. It may take us a week or two to get it done. Like I said, it's a pretty big job to build a scraper for each county. So, but we'll do that, and this includes one county for the $40 a month fee. And we'll add extra counties if you want us to for $200 per county. We won't increase the $40 a month fee if you want us to add more counties. Okay, I think that's it for now.